Hi everyone, welcome back to Planning with J.A.M. I'm J.A.M. and I'm always excited to have you with me. Today we're going to kind of do a review of something that accidentally did not go well in my filming of putting it together. Somehow I muted it, and all of my conversation when I was putting this spread together in my journal, just there was nothing. There was no conversation that anybody could hear. So it was a very long video, and it's very hard to, it would have been really hard to edit and dub over a voiceover. Not my strong suit. So what I thought I'd do is I would come back and kind of show you how I actually used this. Now, this is the week that my granddaughter was here, so it's a few weeks old, but I haven't been journaling since this week. I just kind of took a break. Kind of took a break from my planner as well. If you remember a previous video, I said that. So, let's see. June 2nd. Cute little kind of card tag. What do you call these? Tags. There we go. Maury and I went out shopping. We were on a hunt for a Barbie doll. We didn't find one at the dollar store. We plan to go out again tomorrow. We did get some groceries. She is giving me hell about eating. She only wants to eat peanut butter, oranges, and pancakes. Otherwise, she's been an angel. So they're just little messages. This is the 5th. So they're not quite in order. That was the 2nd. This is the 3rd. This is the 4th. So the 3rd was raining. Stayed home and did art project. We did, where they fill in the little, plastic, it looks like stained glass. She had a blast. She did it all on her own, about 4 of these little animals. Had a blast. So that was fun. Then on the 4th, we went shopping. We did find a Barbie. She decided, since I make bath soaps and balms, and that's what I do, not only, but that's what I sell at my craft shows. She needed a bath every day. So she's had a bath every day except the night that I picked her up, which was Saturday. I picked her up on Saturday. It is now Wednesday. She's had a bath every day. Using my bath bombs. This time, Barbie went along in the tub. After her bath, we went to McDonald's for an ice cream treat. She wanted chocolate, but they were out. So that, and I love that there's the pockets kind of hide some of the decorations. I don't know, I kind of want this one to be in front. I don't know. I just think it came out so cute. Such a girly spread. So on the 5th, we went to the library. She was excited to pick 4 books, played at the kids section for a while. Then my sweet Moria wanted to go home and play. After dinner, and yes, another bath, we read books and she fell asleep in my lap. She's so sweet. She's 4, going on 20. Not really. She's just so sweet. And so we went to the library. I wish all my grandchildren didn't have to grow up. They are so sweet at this age. So then that one tucks right in there. I know that's Saturday, so this must be, oh, that was Thursday. So this is Friday. Moria is such a snuggler. Even when she's off doing her thing, she comes to get a hug every so often. It's the best. And I forgot to write the date down on that one. And then on Saturday, I have 2 cards because that's why it's on the big one. We went to the Huckleberry Railroad, and oh my goodness, she just had such a blast, such a blast. After the railroad, we also went to Stepping Stone Falls, which isn't far from Huckleberry Railroad. They had some kids things going on, so they had a lot of different like hands-on events. We must have spent 20 or 30 minutes playing in this bucket of water with other kids. She was, not me. And they had wet pom-poms of different sizes. And the game was more to sort, like orange. There was supposed to be orange bucket, red bucket, green bucket, blue, pink bucket, what anyway. They were supposed to scoop these out with like tongs or a shovel. None of that happened. They just would pick up stuff and put it on the shovel or the scoop or whatever, and then just dump it in the box or the sand pail. That's what they were, sand pails. So they just had so much fun. And then so after about 30 minutes of that, we went on, and it's kind of like a vendor fair. There was a lot of stuff from the county there, but there was, some kids' hands-on stuff. So a few vendors down, there was kinetic sand, and there was hidden bugs, little rubber bugs and butterflies and whatnot in the sand, and you got to play in the sand, and she had fun with that. And then she got a new book. And it was about bugs, so that was awesome. And then there's a kind of kids section where there's a small train and kind of like a horse and buggy, but it goes around and around in a circle, kind of like a merry-go-round, but doesn't go up and down. Anyway, so she went on the train. She went on the horse and buggy thing. We went on the Ferris wheel, which she asked to go on. And mind you, she's 4, so this is a kid's type. It's all caged in, so you can't get out. You can't fall out. We get to the top, and they're loading other people, and she goes, "Grandma, I don't like this. I want to get off." So I pulled her over to my lap, and the rest of the ride, she was good. She doesn't really like the heights, but she managed to get through it without crying and having a mental breakdown, which I am so proud of her for. Now, the Ferris wheel, the merry-go-round, I had already spent enough money because the rides are just ridiculously high anywhere you go these days. So I didn't want to ride the merry-go-round with her, and she was not quite old enough to do it on her own. I felt that she wasn't going to manage staying on the horse all by herself. So I refused to pay for that one, and she kind of cried a little bit. At this point, she's getting hungry. She's getting a little tired. It's hot. I mean, this is like hot and humid day. So I said, okay, let's go to McDonald's, get us some lunch, and then we'll go to Stepping Stone Falls. So she agreed to that, and on our way out, we looked at a few vendors that were, like, we took a different route leaving so that we could look at other vendors. So there wasn't much, but she did get to make a is it rocket ship? rocket ship. I think it was a rocket ship. She got to make a rocket ship, and then you put it on the straw. It was so cute. And then you blow in the straw and the rocket ship flies. So that was another of the hands-on type things. So she brought that home. She was happy. So we stopped at McDonald's. I decided to go in. They had a playscape, so she played on the playscape after eating. Then we went to Stepping Stone Falls, and we sat and we watched the geese and the ducks and the water flowing over the falls, which are all made. They're not real falls. But to a 4-year-old, she was happy, and I like the sound of rushing water, so I was very relaxed and calm myself. But we were getting tired, and when we went to go on the nature walk, a swarm of mosquitoes was like, as you started to go into the forest, it was just a swarm of mosquitoes. I said, let's skip this. And she goes, yeah, I don't want to get bit. So I didn't have any bug spray with me, which normally I carry bug spray in my car, but apparently I did not this time. So then we went, we decided to just go back home. We ended up taking like a 3-hour nap. So after our nap and dinner and bath, another story, and we were worn out again, and we went to bed. We were done. It was enough. Yeah, that goes in here. I see all these little fun little peekaboo spots that I like. I thought that was just so much fun to do. And then Sunday, which I thought she was going to go home Sunday. She didn't end up going home until Tuesday, which was fine. But this was supposed to be the last day. So we stayed home. We read, we cuddled, we napped. After dinner, I was washing the dishes, and she wanted to help. But I was almost done when she asked me. So I gave her the washcloth. I said, just wipe down the table for Grandma. She went around the whole house and wiped everything she could find. It was so cute. You just gotta love them when they're like that in that age. Because, you know, I could probably never get my older grandchildren to just willingly want to clean. It says that we were running out of time. Her dad will be here in a few days. And this week has just filled my heart. And I put her name because this whole week was about her. So that is my spread for the first week of June, and I have not done anything after. So it's time that I get myself in gear and do that. But till next time, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.